Sharing Values Across Borders. The book was written with Erin Green at the occasion of the 20th anniversary of Globethics. Warm congratulations on writing the book. It represents somehow a legacy of 20 years of sharing value. What positive, what traces have you left in 2 decades? What positive impact have you been created by Globethics?
First of all, thank you very much for this opportunity. And it's really a great opportunity to celebrate 20 years, knowing that 20 years is a short time in humanity, but a substantial time in our lifetime. And I think I'm very humbled to say that I think we could reach something. Now the question of what is what we hear here and experience here. People who have the conviction that we want to be values driven. Values should guide us, and not only money, not only power, not only whatever, addiction. And it's amazing. I think the biggest impact I see is amazing how people are thirsting for that and coming together like here.
Mm-hmm. Your book is structured around 8 values. Each one is the title of a chapter, names justice, peace, dignity, inclusiveness, quality, sustainability, integrity, and responsibility. Which one do you see as the most important for our current society, and why?
I think it's already mentioned by the panelists, even the first panel and then the second panel. We are in a polarized world. We are in a dangerous world. We are in a shaky world, vulnerable world. And so inclusivity, or what is in this title, sharing values, that was from the very beginning, from day one. And we have people here like Nikos, who was with a guitar, who was in the founding workshop. You have been a student or doctoral student at that time, now a professor. So these young people and older people who said, we want to share our values. We want to be one humanity. And so inclusivity, I think, is the big word. Now, that does not mean that we should not exclude the evil, so to say, or those who are destroying inclusivity. We cannot be kind to everybody. That's why also courage was mentioned this afternoon. Courage is a big value also, or virtue, in my system, a virtue, which we are together, and we are more now than ever, more than 20 years ago, asked to be courageous because of these threats that we have. But the amazing thing is, as I said, the values that were expressed this afternoon are the values that we had 20 years ago in our discussions here in Geneva when we founded it. So there is a continuity, a thirst to be human, to be truthful, to be committed, to be community-oriented. And that shows also how these values are interrelated. That's why it's not easy to say one value above the others. Mm-hmm. It's that they belong together. No peace without justice, no sustainability without participation. So that's the system of a systemic approach of values.
Globethics has a global network in Africa, in Asia, in Latin America, all over the world. Where are you seeing the country's strongest growth?
Maybe the strongest growth is where people like you are. So we are not just in a dictator saying from Geneva where the growth should be. It's led by you, by your initiative. That is sharing and that is participation. But of course, we need in the board, and we have the board meeting this week, we need also strategic decisions. So Asia is certainly representing, I mean, in terms of number, 2/3 of humanity, is certainly a dynamic and an important continent. But then Africa, South America as well. My concern is, and that is a real concern related to this polarization, that we should not forget those areas where it is difficult to reach out. I mean, Alex Agiev is our director in Globethics Russia. He wanted to come, no chance to get a visa. That does not mean that we now say, oh, don't touch Russia. Russia is not the untouchable caste now. We have to reach out to those who want to cooperate. So how to reach out to these crossing borders, that is then the strategic thinking that we in the board need.
Mm-hmm. Professor Christoph Stückelberger, it's the end of your mandate as a founding president of Globethics. Congratulations on all your efforts, all your dedication for a better world. Big applause, I think. And these books, Sharing Values Across Borders, I think we have the QR on the screen. You can have it. The book is available online of free download, and is sold in hard copy at the publication stand, I think, outside of this room. That's right. Thank you very much. Thank you. And now it's the end of the first part. The global.
May I add one
sure,
sentence?
Sure.
I think what is very important when you mention 20 years and the end of the mandate as a director, as a president, I think one of my key conviction since the beginning, since day one, is that Globethics is a community, and it's there may be a founder, but the founder is, and of course I'm happy that we could serve 20 years, but it is not a Stückelberger Foundation. And I say that because it is important to have Globethics.net not centered around a personality. And this is also, I say it with all modesty, our Swiss, maybe our Swiss culture. You know, in the American system, for example, you always put the name on the foundation, the Rockefeller Foundation, the Ford Foundation, and so on. And that was a question. Why don't you call it Christoph Foundation or something, you know? No, it's not about me. It's about our mission. So that's why the topic, the goal is in the name and not the founder.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for this word and for all your work. And don't forget the book. The 2024 Global Ethics Forum is now officially open. 16 sessions of high level through leadership discussion will follow during 3 days, in addition to the celebration of the 20th anniversary of Globethics. And now a group photo will be taken. Then we invite you to the reception and to enjoy the 20th anniversary photo exhibition outside of this room. And the following session starts sharp at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much to the audience and enjoy the reception. Thank you.